go back to when you first increased prices by 5,000% for this HIV/AIDS drug. I mean, were you not expecting the world to just go crazy on you that you increased a pill from it was $18?
It was $18.
And you took it to $750?
Correct.
Okay. What was behind that move?
Well, I think that when you're in the pharmaceutical industry, you have to be a part of an ecosystem. And that ecosystem includes patients, includes payers, insurers, it includes employers, it includes research and pharmaceutical companies. And for us, it made a lot of sense because this is a drug that not many drug companies wanted to own. It was passed around by many different companies. And most companies didn't want to really own it and make it faithfully. So it was in danger of being put out of business. It's such a small product. It was one of the smallest products in the drug business. So now it's a little bit of a bigger product, but it's still really tiny compared to blockbuster drugs like Viagra or Lipitor. So this product is now affordable to make. We can make it and turn a profit, and we can take some of that profit and put it back into research for this disease. So to me, that's the ecosystem working really well.
But one of the goals of your company, and you have this on the website, and you say this: we are dedicated to helping patients
Absolutely.
who often have no effective treatment options by developing and commercializing innovative treatments. How does a $750 dosage help patients? These people need this drug, and you see that nobody else has the drug. You're the only game in town for it, so you just take your prices way up.
Put yourselves in the shoes of someone who has this illness. This drug is 70 years old, and it has terrible side effects, and it's not that effective. By taking the price up, we can actually afford to do real research to make a better drug. If you were a patient that had this illness, you wouldn't want a 70-year-old drug. Most people don't want a 6-month-old cell phone. So for me, I think it's imperative for us to actually make the drug at a price that makes sense for us and is affordable to patients. It's absolutely affordable to patients. No one can't get this drug. And 60% of our drug we sell for $1. So I think when people say $750, that sounds like it's a lot of money. But the reality is 60% of our patients get it for $1, 1 penny a pill.
Listen, $750 doesn't sound like a lot of money. $750 is a lot of money. And when you're talking about a drug that people need and there's nobody else having that drug on the market, that's where the outrage came from. Now, let me ask you this. You say, okay, this is the only drug. We're the only ones who make it. This is it. Why is it that a competitor is out today saying, oh, we're going to make a cocktail of drugs, make it one drug, and we're going to sell it for $1 a pill? How did that happen?
Well, it's up to them. You know, I think there's competition, free markets, and capitalism. And, you know, for many people, this is exactly what they wanted. You know, there's a company willing to sell a product, I guess, similar to ours. You know, we can talk about that if you want. But I'm not too worried about our competition. I think our product is superior, and patients will choose to use our product.
So you don't think this other drug for $1 a pill is as effective?
It's not a threat to us. I think that you know, it's a publicity stunt. I wish this company the best of luck, but I have faith in our team and our competitive standpoint here.
Well, from a market standpoint, I like the fact that a competitor is coming in. That's the way markets work.
Me too.
You can't do you're offering one thing. Well, guess what? The guy down the block is offering something much better priced. So you'd rather that than government intervention.
Exactly. We're the premium product. We're the more expensive product. But remember, 60% of our drug we sell for a penny. So many of our patients get our drug for very low prices, and insurance pays for the rest. So patients who have insurance, their copays are limited.
Now, of course, when you first raised prices, Hillary Clinton got upset. She went out. She sent the tweet that was heard around the world about capping drug prices. And even your competitors in the biotech industry were ostracizing you, basically saying this guy's putting a bad face on the entire industry. How do you respond to Hillary Clinton?
Well, I think the politicians with price caps would destroy the pharmaceutical economy, pharma-biotech complex that exists that creates so many jobs and so many great medicines. This country leads the world in drug innovation. Our company just received, and this is an exclusive for you, Maria, a fast-track designation for our epilepsy drug just earlier this week. This is a drug that we're developing at Turing. We're developing 6 other brand-new medicines that we invented from scratch. And I think that by putting price caps on drugs, politicians will inadvertently or intentionally actually limit the interest of innovation. People will go to tech or energy or do something else with their money. If there's price caps, why develop drugs? And that would hurt patients. It would hurt our economy. It's a terrible choice.
So you have the fast track status on the epilepsy drug through the FDA. What does that mean in terms of getting to the market? So when you look at the fast track, when might someone see that on the market?
Right. So we were developing this drug since we started Turing about a year ago. Not a lot of people know that, but we raised $100 million to advance our research, which is very expensive, as you know, and very risky. And so with that research, TUR-004 was finally allowed, approved just earlier this week by FDA to go into human clinical trials. It's going to treat a disease for babies who have intractable epilepsy. This is a fatal epilepsy that is a horrible, horrible illness. So if you ask patients who have that illness and their families and their caretakers, I think they're in support of anything Turing can do to help these patients.
You say that they're going to just pay whatever it takes.
Well, really, what I mean is that because Daraprim's more expensive, we can actually afford to make groundbreaking discoveries like TUR-004. Fast track designation is not given often. The FDA gave us fast track, and they agree that this is an important, potentially life-saving medicine that needs to go through the regulatory morass faster so it gets to patients quicker. Could be a couple of years, could be 3 or 4 years before the drug's approved.
And do you find an easier FDA?
Yeah, I think the FDA is really a well-run organization. You know, they're very benevolent towards very sick people. You know, they kind of put you through a little bit of a different door if you're trying to treat a sick and dying kid, which is what Turing focuses on. Believe it or not, I think we're one of the most socially beneficial companies you can imagine. Our patients can get our drug, and we take all of our profits. The pharmaceutical industry typically spends only 10 to 15% of their revenue on R&D. We're going to spend 70% next year.
Yeah, but did you try to corner the market knowing you had the only HIV/AIDS drug out there, and you figured, you know what, let me take advantage of everybody by taking the price up so much, because I know they can't get this drug anywhere else?
Well, I wouldn't think of it as taking advantage. I mean, if you look at this product, it was $13 a pill, and then $18 a pill. That pricing is far below similar products. So this company was selling at the drug at an unsustainable price. It made no sense.
So it was priced at the wrong level even before you took it up?
Of course. You know, most modern new drugs, you know, Merck, Bristol Myers, Pfizer, they come out with new drugs every day that cost $100,000 or more.